A stream of consciousness inspired by one word.
Hello, this is One Word Breakdown, and I am C1.
I'm C2. Baby, what's our word? Let's
What's
see.
the word? What's the word?
A word. Okay, here we go. So this is randomwordgenerator.com. Thank you for your service. Generate a random word.
Oh,
Comfortable.
comfortable. This is a word. This is a word.
I like to be comfortable.
I want to be comfortable. This is a word that can be used to describe something fabulous or used to describe your complete complacency with mediocrity.
True.
I
Tell
just
us more.
Yeah. Well, think about it. You can be comfortable in your clothes.
Okay.
Which is great.
Done.
You know, good, solid.
COVID coordinates. This is my fashion line COVID coordinates.
Also, you can learn to be comfortable in a relationship. And comfortable can be great in a relationship, but it can also be bad depending on your goals. If you're just comfortable and so you settle into comfort, being comfortable with what you're at could be a bad thing. Just saying.
Wait, what was our word? Was our word comfortable or comfort? Comfortable.
Comfortable.
Okay. Yeah. So this is why we need you. You're focused. So what I was thinking when you said that is, for me, it's a euphemism, or it's like where someone asks, like, "Are you rich, bitch?" And they're like, "We're comfortable."
We're comfortable.
That's like the way to say, like, I couldn't pay off all your school loans right now, but I could probably buy lobster. I'm comfortable. We're comfortable.
We're comfortable.
But yeah, you're right. I will say I've gotten too comfortable during the pandemic. And I've been supporting the Little Debbie franchise.
Well,
enterprise.
There's a reason it's called comfort food. It is.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very good. Yeah. And think about, another word comes to mind, comfortable. Think about when you're trying to sleep and you can't get comfortable. It is like the never ending.
No. Oh, speaking of which, okay. Last night, I always sleep with, I'm literally always attached. I'll show you. I'm not too proud. I always have a heating pad.
Nice.
It keeps me comfortable.
Oh, I'm so jealous of that.
I have it on me all day long. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't help that my husband keeps the house at negative 27.
Mm-hmm.
But I always have it on, and I always sleep with it because it makes me most comfortable.
Yeah.
So last night I was super tired, super duper tired, but I was so tired I couldn't sleep. And that's when you can't get comfortable. And I'm laying there, and fuck me if I didn't turn over and my heating pad unplugged. Like it unplugged from this. What? But here's the problem. It gets worse. So it wasn't even just that, because whatever, I lean over and I plug it back in. No big deal. But that's not how it works. As a safety feature, if it becomes unplugged or loose, you would have to fully unplug it from the wall and like reset it.
Oh.
So if I were to have my heating pad back, which makes me most comfortable, I would have had to get my ass out of my bed, crawl under my desk, which I have put in my bedroom because we don't have any other place that can close out my toddler, and like get under there and like find the surge protector, and I'm blind as shit. I negative 5.75 contacts. It's like or 8.7. But I don't know.
You'd be
effing blind. It's 5.75. It's
5.75 is blind. You're blind. Yeah.
Okay, I'm 5.75, negative, blind ass. Never can find my glasses. crawling under to the surge protector to reset that shit. No, I'm just going to be uncomfortable.
You chose the uncomfortable.
I chose the uncomfortable.
To
And
not
you know
be
what? It was
uncomfortable.
fine. It was fine. You know? Which leads us back to your point of getting comfortable.
Comfortable.
It's fine.
It's
But is it
comfortable.
great? Is it great? No.
No, it's not. It's not. Another thing is, now I see all these Facebook ads. Now everybody's catering to dudes to have comfortable jeans. Now you can have jeans that are also comfortable. So they're like stretchy. They're like jeggings, but for dudes.
Oh.
That's essentially what they are.
Oh, nice.
I kind of
What
want to see
would they call that? Would they call that meggings?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Target carries some crap like that for kids. Like the jeans are all like sweatshirt material. Works, man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm
it's
gonna
nice.
buy those. I'm gonna buy those as soon as I find a pair that looks good. Give me a megging. I'll take a megging. I'll give that megging a pegging. Oh, that went X-rated super fast. But I'm telling you, if I could find a pair of good-looking, like where I don't look like a complete schlub that felt like fat pants, sold.
That's what I'm telling you. That's what everybody's doing. The comfortable thing. No longer are people sacrificing for fashion. That is a new thing. We're not. There's a whole shoe line about having high heels, pumps, but they're comfortable. So you have that. You have the bra revolution with people are trying to give up Victoria's Secret so that they can be comfortable. But it makes a difference. I mean, hey, so you got to have your boobs comfy.
Well, this leads to a key difference between us, ladies and gentlemen.
Because I will wear these.
Yes. Yes. No, but that's interesting.
Yeah.
Because, like you will. Let's look at you. You've got lips, eyes, hair, cute jacket, jewelry, fancy like color in the back situation. You got some earrings. What else you got going on? Let's see.
I do have.
You got cute on the top and comfy on the bottom, or what you got?
No, I got. Well, first of all, I got these.
See, you're fully dressed. You have those shoes.
Well,
let's.
I got some jeans. Ready? I'm gonna jump.
Okay. So, did you work in that today? Are you wearing a Canadian tuxedo right now?
I did. I am. I wore this specifically for you. I effing wore this for you because you fucking said that on the cup I sent you. And you said,
I'm getting it. I'm getting it. I'm getting it.
I'm like, I was super into the Texas tuxedo. And so I was inspired and wore that damn thing today. Look at me. There I am. I am.
This is, you can't see it. This is the very sweet mug that my lovely sister sent to me. And this is me. And it says Colleen. And there I am with my hair. There's her cool hair. Her Canadian tuxedo, which she is modeling for you in the flesh today. What?
I thought you said Texas tuxedo for some reason. Go ahead. Canadian, eh?
It's better. It's
so stupid. That's like the iconic shit-ass thing to do about a Canadian. That's the stupidest thing I've ever done. Okay, anyway. Okay.
You will not meet a pair of gals more turned off by stereotypes, and to have her do is so funny. It's the pressure of the camera. You would never have done that. You would never.
I probably would have. Okay, finish the
Okay.
Texas tuxedo. Canadian. I don't even know.
Yeah, honky. Okay. Here's the cup. Okay. So
Canadian cup.
Is wearing a Texan tuxedo / Canadian tuxedo with her amazing hair, and she's got a coffee right here,
Aw, yeah.
and it says, and then it says big sister. Wait, it says big sis? Oh, big sis.
Yeah, big sis.
And then this says little sis. Now be clear, it's not lil sis, it's little sis. It's the full little. I ain't no lil.
Yeah, ain't no lil.
I'm wearing all black, which is so true to form. Except the thing is here is that I'm wearing an amazing stylish jean jacket and amazing ass-fitting jeans with great hair. That isn't true to life.
You have great hair, and
But
you
what
have
is I do have good hair. So, but this peace sign that you can't see, there it is.
Yes. Yes.
That is us. Come on. Come on. And then it says, focus. Because of you, I laugh a little harder, cry a little less, and smile a lot more.
Aw, tender. It's so true, though.
Tender. And so this is why you have delighted us with your little denim matchup. You know, that's really popular these days. The cool kids at the school I teach at wear that.
Well,
okay. Well, let's see what, of course, let's see what I'm wearing. I'm wearing an oversized Ramon sweater.
Yes, it's
and
amazing.
Some stretchy, you can't tell what they are. Some stretchy, some stretchy pants.
Yes.
And some slippers. And you were talking about the bra that's not real. This is the bra that's not real. And these are the gauges that I've had in my ears for a zillion years. And I'm not wearing makeup, but I do have good hair because that's literally the only thing I care about.
Oh, I love you.
I love you too.
It is interesting that you and I have always grown up, like we've kind of we have such, and you know, I don't know, the comfortable thing is interesting because you are literally, I would honestly go out on a limb and say you are one of maybe one people in the world that I am 100% comfortable being me in all of my facets, every bit of who I am. No, she did the hoodie.
I thought you were going to talk about clothes some more, and you just went for my heart, man. Okay, go on.
But it's true. Because when I mean, think about it. When that comfortable thing is, like I said, it can be a good thing or a bad thing. For me, in terms of feeling comfortable in my own skin, in my own thought processes, in everything that I am, there's no one I'd rather talk to than you.
It's true. To
feel that level of comfort, knowing that you are never going to judge me. You are never going to not try to help me. You always help me. But you always are supportive. It doesn't matter. I'll hit you. This is how this show came to be, right? I hit you with some random thing and you'll just follow me right along. I'll send you some picture of some weird ass shit. And you're like, yeah, girl.
Yeah.
So that's, I think the word comfortable is, I mean, look how you can just take it any direction you want. I love it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know, it's interesting you say that because, I'm super close to my spouse, but I would have to say that you are privileged even there, because I would tell him everything unless I was thinking something frustrating about him.
Right.
But I would tell you everything, including that.
Yeah. And that's where I was.
So that means you get everything. Yeah. That's I didn't even think about that before, but that's true. And you're the only person.
It's interesting.
You're the only person.
And I feel very I feel very accepted by a lot of others, like our brothers, like, you know, I feel very accepted and loved.
Yes.
But there's not one person that I'm comfortable telling literally anything in the world.
Anything.
Yes. Anything. So think about that.
I honestly cannot think of anything that I wouldn't tell you. The only times like we've probably been upset with each other like 5 times in our whole life or something. I don't even know. Like I can't even, I can only think of a handful when we've like been upset at each other.
But short-lived, extremely short-lived, and nothing.
But what I was gonna say is even when like we've been Mach 10 upset at each other, we've done something that like someone the other one over on accident or on purpose or whatever, which we're talking handful of times.
Yeah.
And within a very short order, we're back on.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah, and it's funny because when I think about those times, I don't still feel those where I've had issues with other people and I think about them, I still feel them. But with you,
yeah. Like, or I'll be like, that was weird that we were those people at that time. I'm glad we've both evolved since then, or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, like we probably wouldn't have had that happen these days because we're like, you're always evolving, you're always getting closer.
Yeah.
And then you think that you can't get closer, but somehow you do.
Yeah.
And then you can look back on then and you'd be like, I thought we were close then, but we weren't because I did this. And but blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Or like, look how much we've changed because I am not the person who would have done XYZ.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's
exactly. Weird. Yeah. And think about when you were talking, I just was thinking about you were skipping through life and moving forward in the different stages of life. And so I was thinking about at the end, very, very end stages of someone's life, what do? There's nothing we can do. We're going to keep them comfortable.
Oh.
So think about the power of being comfortable in your very last moments. You know,
you better hope that you are. We got to live right now so that we are comfortable because you can give me as many pillows as you want. But if I f***ed up, I'm not going to be feeling comfortable on my deathbed.
Ooh,
I'm going to be feeling very uncomfortable. Give me the 800 thread count sheet. Is that high?
I don't know.
20,000 thread count sheets.
Like 30K.
I have the 30K ones from Brookside, or is it Brookside Brooklinen? Sponsor us, Brooklinen. So yeah,
Target.
Oh, Target. Sponsor us.
Fast, okay.
Put it in our hashtags on our SEO. What was I saying?
You were saying at your deathbed.
To a point.
At your deathbed, if you still have
yes, if you give me the 10,000, 20,000 ply sheets by Target.
Yeah.
Sponsored by Massimo.
I worked at Target when Massimo came on as a brand.
Oh my gosh, was it so exciting for you?
I was freaking out. But anyways, it was like early 2000s.
All the pillows in the world.
Yeah.
Everything. I'm as comfortable as comfortable be. You give me all the morphine. There's probably some like sweet ass psychedelic I'll get by then. But if I was shitty in my life, there's nothing you could give me, Target sheets, that would make me get over it. So you have to live life so as to be comfortable with your future self.
Yeah.
And get comfortable with your past self and the shit that you've done, because we've all done stupid ass shit. Just accept it.
So bad. So bad. Very bad.
Tell me when you've been the most uncomfortable, embarrassed.
Oh my gosh. I don't have very many of the embarrassing stories. I really don't have a lot of them. I don't have like a lot that like come to mind. But the most uncomfortable in a situation I am is when someone is being mean to like a service worker.
Oh my God.
I
hate that so
I
much.
get mad at people. I will defend The service worker, I like to tell them, I'm not a mean person. I don't like confrontation. You know, it's like my least, I get so uncomfortable confrontation. So when somebody's being a dick to a service worker, I take them down. I can't stand it. And that is absolutely a deal breaker. I've never been on a date with somebody that was outwardly unkind to a service worker, but guaranteed that would be it. I would never speak to them again. Never. Never.
I hate that.
That makes me really uncomfortable.
I hate even like asking for something to be fixed. I always will, like if it's like, but I hate it. And I'm so apologetic. I give a huge tip. I'm like, I'm sorry, but this has arsenic on it. And maybe you could, if it's okay, and I'm not putting you out too much, if you could just give me one without the arsenic, that would be great.
But we always make such friends when we talk to people, when we're together. So you're forever away from me. I hate it. I've hated it my whole life, but we have dealt. But when we are together, it is amazing. And we are always so fun with people. We make friends wherever we go. We're like talking to the Target.
It's true.
Cashiers.
Target cashiers. We love you.
Yep.
We went there. We visited you.
I mean,
we spent an absurd amount of money that I will never get back. But I don't want
I worked there and made no money.
And you spent it all like out there.
No money.
Well, we should give, this is a hard departure from what you were just saying. But when you mentioned we've been apart, it makes me think, since this is our first episode, maybe you should give us like a recap of like how we came to be. We're very comfortable together.
Yes.
It's a perfect first word. It's like the universe came down and blessed randomwordgenerator.com. But why don't you give us like, how we came to be, why we've been apart, why we communicate via Zoom versus via doorbells.
Oh, via doorbells. I would say I can tell my perspective of our childhood growing up, and then you can tell yours. But for me, I was 6 years old when I was 5 when I learned that we were going to have another baby in the family. And I absolutely 100% knew it was a girl, and nobody convinced me otherwise. And I got all if it's a boy, you're going to prepare yourself. I'm like, no, it's a girl. Like, I don't know what your deal is, but it's a girl. And of course you were a girl. And so, and I was the first to get to hold you. We have pictures of that. Oh my gosh, that beautiful with me holding you. And I was so proud. I remember that too, like clearly, so clearly. And I remember being obsessed with you, and I called you baby, and I used to get in trouble for calling you baby. Did you know that?
No,
yes. Why would you don't call her baby. She needs to be called, but I don't remember the reasoning, but it was like,
they'd think my name was baby or something.
Yeah. Or some weird crap. I don't know.
Baby in a corner.
Yeah, that's right. But your name was baby to me. You were baby forever. And then,
I said that wrong. No one puts baby in a corner. Sorry, go on.
What'd you say?
I said I don't know what I said, but it wasn't. They don't put no baby in a corner. No.
Okay.
Go on.
So, yeah. So we grew up. I basically I always tell people that when you were born, I was like, thank you. Yes. And I loved caring for you. I loved it. I adored you. I worshipped you. I loved it. And we were really, really close. We were so close that to the point where when I would go and spend nights away with my friends or whatever, then I would have this whole list of things for you to do. And I'd draw pictures and write out a list of, like our shows. Yeah, our shows that we watched and stuff. And you would wave out the window, and I would cry. It was really hard for me to go away.
I was feeling verklempt.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. Oh, you're little. And you would do this. You would do the I love you sign. And I'm like,
I love you. I don't have any friends.
But
still true.
I think our parents offered to have us have separate rooms, and I didn't want that. I don't know what your feelings were at the time, but I didn't want to have separate rooms. I love sharing a room with you. And so we did all sorts of weird crap, dancing on our bed and all this stuff. And then when you were 8 and I was 14, yes, holding our hand up in the middle of the night and pretending the first person to drop it was asleep. It's so stupid. The stupid games kids play.
As if like if you fell asleep. Oh no, I've lost her. I've lost her. I've lost you. Restart your computer.
But anyways, okay. 8.
Wait,
I see.
Not your computer. Restart your camera.
Are you gone?
Just restart your camera.
I'm back.
There you are. There you are.
I can't hear you now. Oh, there you are. Is that what I was doing?
Oh my god.
Anyway, you have to leave that in. Okay. What the hell's the last thing you heard? I was burying my soul.
Leaving it in. I'm leaving it in. Uncensored stream of consciousness.
What did we say? What was the thing?
You were saying, I ruined it because I lifted up my arm seeing if you would know what I was talking about. And of course you did. Of course you did. No, you stopped saying my parents asked if they wanted me separate rooms. And I was like, no, we don't want that. And you had talked about.
Okay, so 8 and 14, parents get divorced. And for whatever weirdo reason back in the day that we don't need to get into right now, they separated the children. So my brothers and I are each 18 months apart. And then there was a 5-year gap. And then you came along. And so they separated. I didn't know. I figured I would be with you. It didn't even cross my mind that we wouldn't be together ever. And then somehow through that summer of 1992, we were told that you were going to move with our mom to across the state, which is in other states wouldn't be a big deal. But when you live in Texas, it was 10 hours away, no cell phones, nothing. And so you're gone. And that was it. So this person who lived with me, lived in my bed, I took care of every day. I adored my sister, my half heart of my soul.
For 8 years.
For 8 years was ripped away and you were gone. And that was it. And nobody really talked to me about it. Dad kind of tried to talk to, but not really. He was grieving on his own and getting through his stuff too. And the brothers still had each other. They missed you, obviously, but they had a friendship that was, that they had going on at that time. And you were mine. This is what, from my perspective. I'm sure they each have their perspective. I was devastated. And then I was determined that when we got old, that as years went by, that I was going to communicate with you as much as I could. And so, thank the Lord that we live in this time, this day and age, to be able to communicate. I mean, look at how we're talking on video constantly now. And we started with writing letters. We lived through the process of having long distance calls, paying for them and not being able to afford them, and then getting a cell phone and texting.
Talking nights and weekends. Nights and weekends free.
Yeah. That's right.
Oh my gosh, you just blew my mind. Because we started with letters.
Yeah.
And then we did, you're right, and then long distance phone calls that you couldn't afford. And then cell phones, which my sister, my lovely big sister here, bought me my first cell phone. Woot. Had it. I think my number was like 915-203-6968, I think.
Ooh. Anyways, I feel like that was right.
I feel like that's right, right?
Yeah.
For sure. Anyway, remind me not to give out my current number in case I ever decide to do that. But we gave me a new cell phone, and then we went from cell phones to like fancier cell phones, and then things that you could actually text quickly versus like T9 that was like A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Yeah.
And now here we are co-hosting a streaming internet show.
Who'd have known? But it was those schools that made us, or that created the space for us to be so close like we are. There's no reason, honestly, there's no reason for us to be as close as we are and as comfortable.
It doesn't make sense.
As we are with each other. It doesn't make sense. No, it shouldn't be. It's not normal. But that shows you how connected we are and how we both put in so much effort toward that, and the hell that we both have been through in different ranges and different times of our life, and definitely some things that were happening in my life previously that we've needed each other so much more in different stages. And so it's just amazing. I know I have a certain ringtone for you. So like I have a text tone for you that's specific for you. Like, it's cool, I'll get to her. And then I hear it ding, ding, and it does it several times. And I'm like,
like my
like, she's got something fun.
ding, 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 ding. I text like a maniac. I
know, I love it.
text like word,
Yes.
paragraph, word, paragraph, and then that's it. I text.
Yes, that's mine too.
Yeah.
We are similar texters. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm so thankful because I can watch your baby grow up. She knows me.
She knows
like,
you well.
Really well. So
yeah, so you were talking about, you were determined to use whatever means to like stay close. Did you have things that you wanted to share after that? Any other background info? If not, I can say my perspective.
Well, I just think the background info is that I felt very determined to give you to try to help you have a better experience in terms of people that were older than you and caretaking for you than I did.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I definitely wanted that for you. And one of the things that pained me the most was knowing that I wasn't going to be able to protect you from what I thought would inevitably happen once you moved. In terms of I couldn't take care of you. So I took care of you when you were sick. And here I am, like a little kid. I gave you an enema once when you couldn't poop when you were little.
It remains a problem.
Wow. Why am I doing that? Like, can you imagine not being involved with your child? Like, it's so crazy. Weird. So it's weird. Like, yeah, it's just, I wanted to make sure to protect you. And so it's been, you're my sister. I just can't. It was a really, really hard time. But that's the beautiful story about it all is that look what it's become. There's people that grow up every day together and they just kind of like, oh, okay, and take each other for granted or for whatever it is. And I think if we had grown up together in the same house, we'd still be this way. It's not the allure of not being together because it's amazing regardless. But I don't know. It would definitely have changed things. It's an interesting.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I've told you this before, but it was very clear that you were the most invested in my life of all my family members, and it remains so. Sorry. You're the only person that knows what's up in my life, like regularly, except for like.
Yeah. Oh, that's kind of sad.
We have a lot of family members. But
yeah, we do.
yeah, but like, no, and that's not a knock on them. They're just not, they don't communicate like us. And like, I don't know that any human needs to know when I'm having my daily poop or my, but I honestly, there's no one close to me like you as far as like knowing my day to day. And when I get news, you're always the first person that I'm like, news.
Absolutely. Attention.
Breaking.
Yeah.
Breaking. And just all of that. And so, but anyway, that's current self. But past self, it was very clear that you're the only one that was like super invested in me. We had all kinds of traditions. We had Sisters Forever before Elsa and Anna co-opted it. We had it first. Sister Sunday. We had special like Sundays together. We'd like have Sister Sunday, Sisters Forever. We had a little logo that we did. Chris made me an amazing goodbye cassette tape featuring Enigma. and is so sad, like sings the song that we wrote together, which it was Chris, and
Yeah.
like saying goodbye and all this stuff, and then sending me cassette tapes. We were very high tech.
We were.
Very high tech.
We were.
And I just like, it's still my whole fucking life.
Yeah.
You're the only person who like consistently gave a shit. And I don't know that we were close as sisters for all of our life.
Mm-hmm.
And then I feel like we became close as sisters and friends like
Yes.
in the past 6 to 7 years, 8
Mm.
years. I don't know.
So I would say this has, because it was before your child was born,
Yes.
but it was,
Oh yes, my kid is 5. Wow. Time flies. It's way longer than I said.
Yeah.
Time
so
flies.
but it was almost like when we crossed over, because I became a mother so much earlier than you, and that we were still on par, but it was like it's almost like when we crossed over to when you got married, it's this weird change of, not necessarily like we joined the women's club or the wives club or some bullshit like that. It just happened to be that time.
Peers.
Yeah, it was more
Yeah.
pure because you had gotten out of college and I was out of college, and by that time, I mean, I'd had both my children and gone through that stuff. And I think previous,
another show in our future.
That's another show. But before that took place with my children together, I felt very much like, it was transitioning. I think that was a transition time where it was big sister to friend. And now it's absolutely, I don't feel like I'm technically your big sister, but I don't feel like I'm an older to you. I feel like you are
peers.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you get to a period. I've noticed this too, because I'm now old enough to have way younger, like my good friend I just realized the other day, 6 years apart from me. Like, so she's 6 years younger than me. She's turning 30. She's turning 30 March 14th.
Okay.
So, and I'm 30. Am I 36? Yeah, yes, I'm 36. I'm 36. So anyway, I was thinking, and she feels very much like a peer. And so maybe it's like late 20s, and she always has those. So I met her in her later 20s. But like, I don't know, it's something about later 20s or like similar stage, like
you become a human.
Yeah, like she booed up and like became a one-on-one with somebody, and then it felt like married. I don't know.
You become comfortable in your own skin.
Oh shit. Yes. Exactly. That's what it is. It's like when you're like when you're fully cooked. When you're fully cooked. You're kind of
stupid until you're 30. And then by the time you're 30, you're not stupid anymore.
Yeah. Well, and like due to stuff she's experienced, I feel like she matured sooner. Yeah. And so, I think it aligns with 30, like sometimes earlier, depending on your experiences, and then sometimes later, depending on your experiences, and then sometimes never, because you're awful.
We're not naming names.
Yeah. But it is. It's totally when you're like comfortable with who you are, comfortable in your skin, comfortable with like your place in the world and like who you have relationships with and who you could give two shits about. Like, you're to that. And then that's when you can like gel, and then age is just a number. Before then, age is very important.
It is.
6 years between an 18-year-old and a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
Hello.
A lot. Yeah.
A lot. But I do feel like once you get to like the certain headspace, it's just like.
Yeah. And I love it.
Yeah. And we've filled both roles for each other every now and like.
Yes.
Like you've bailed me out of shit, which is the big sister role. And I've bailed you out of shit, which is technically the big sister role. I've been a stupid idiot, which is the little sister role. And then you've done wild things, little sister role. I have too. Like, it's just, and so we got to a point, I felt like there was always the power differential where I always was little sister. until
Oh,
until yeah, maybe it aligns with getting married time, but again, it doesn't really have much to do with as much as
it
just
wasn't
like
that.
I was in the headspace. It was a little before that, maybe. I don't know.
It was before, because I
But
remember you reaching out to me on text for when you met him and when you were discovering things about him. And I remember very
oh, you're right. We were already in like constant contact. Good.
that's
I didn't
pretty
want to
much
attribute one more personal development to him. I don't have to. He gets most of them. And I don't have to for this. I was close to her before you. Oh my gosh. We have a good relationship, I swear.
that's great.
I feel like I came into myself in a lot of
Yeah.
ways in like the past 6 years. And so I kind of associate them with
Yeah.
him. And then I'm like, oh no, what if he's the reason
if
I'm
he's the
half
reason?
worth a damn?
Yeah. Anyway, being comfortable with who you are is a beautiful blessing, and it comes with age, and I effing love being older. So there's that.
Me too. I would never go back to my 20s.
I would like to go back to high school
Like
just
a
for
day.
a few days
Yeah.
and like
Yes.
be a badass and kind of just like be super, like I want to have just like sex with rando guys, like not
Mhm.
like pretending like nothing happened now, but like I want to be comfortable with myself then, because I wasn't at all, and I was an idiot, and it was stupid, and
Mhm.
that made me sound really slutty, but I kind
No,
of
it
am.
didn't. And who cares? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say like
I mean, like that wasn't the goal, but I just want to be. I want to be comfortable.
well,
and like walk
it's
around with
funny that you
confidence.
say that. No, I know, because as soon as I said we'd have to roll the tapes,
Oh,
but pretend we rolled the tapes. I said something like, oh, I wouldn't want to go back to my 20s. And then for a minute I was like, but aha. And what I was going to say in that moment is maybe for like a day to have sex.
like I want to be a guy.
So
for
it's fine that we're thinking about
Yeah.
sex. Oh,
Yeah.
I've always wanted to be a guy for a
Oh my
day.
gosh, I want to be a guy for a day so
To
badly.
see how
Yes.
to
Yes.
see how so I'm in a heterosexual monogamous relationship, and I think about heterosexual sex a little more than other forms, obviously. And I have wondered, oh, I mean the mechanics, honey.
What?
We're talking about mechanics, not
Other
what I fantasize about. Because my fantasies or the
Do not
things I
go-
like to see
Maybe.
do not feature PPs.
No.
Sorry about it.
And I think also that kind of stems with the comfortability of it.
I think so.
it's-
Like
I'm comfortable with women
Mhm.
more than I am with males, because the people that have hurt me in my life are male.
I've been male. Thank you. I was saying that today because I'm heterosexual as far as like my relationship preferences typically. And but I've always been most turned on by like sapphic kind of things visually, like women-based things, and visually and fantasies in this. And so you'd think it doesn't make sense, but I feel like sexuality is a continuum. It totally makes sense.
Oh yeah.
But I tied it to what you just said, is that all the people in your life that have hurt you have been men.
Yep.
And so there's something super tied to that, because when I had never watched pornography, never watched anything like that. And then as I was trying to explore my sexuality, which due to reasons that we'll get into was delayed, I was like, I need to explore this. And then I was like, oh no, I only like to see women. Am I a lesbian and I'm trapped myself in a heterosexual relationship? I thought for a hot minute, I was really concerned.
Yeah.
Because again, for other reasons that we'll get into, I wouldn't have explored that as a youth.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh no. And I remember being in Paris with my lovely spouse being like, oh no, I'm concerned. And then I realized it came through a lot of research and reading. And then I realized it's actually very common. And one of the reasons that they think in the articles that I've read is that women are so often victimized by men. So they can't really help who they want to sleep with and who they want to build a life with, but they can help their fantasies.
Hey, look.
And I was like, that makes sense, because when you
It
watch,
makes total
especially if you like porn, watching a heterosexual porn, it's like the woman's getting beat up.
Yeah, who wants to?
I don't want to
That's not.
watch that. I don't want to
No.
watch a woman get beat up. I'm a woman. I don't want to get beat
Yeah.
up.
No,
Yeah.
get up, get the F out of here.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I think I cut you off when you were trying to say.
No, I think I cut you off.
Shit,
So,
girl,
I
I
think-
don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway.
But yeah, I mean, and me even being able to just like talk about that shows that I've gotten comfortable with who I am.
Yeah.
I can't put myself in a box about sexuality, because most
No.
of what I like to see and think about is
Mhm.
women feature focused.
Listen, everybody loves boobs.
It's
Everybody.
true. Everybody. And if you say you don't, what?
You be lying.
You be lying.
Because you're not love boobs,
Because
man.
even I'm a super huge RuPaul's Drag Race super fan. Those gay dudes, maybe they don't want to like lick them, but they want to fucking see them. Everybody loves boobs. You got big drag
Where are
boobies.
they?
Even men who aren't into women. You've got nice ones.
I kind of pushed them up. Look, that look like that's crazy.
They look good.
that.
They look super good. We're gonna get
I
more
try not
likes,
to do-
more
I try
likes
not
and
to do both.
sponsors, because that people are gonna mark that section and like
This is where
mark
the boobs
it
show
and
up.
be like, just go to that part, like they did trying to watch Scrambled Showtime as teens. I don't
Yeah.
know what I was saying. Oh, yes, I do. So, but there is no one on this planet that I would want to be with other than.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, this is all confusing to me.
Yeah.
I don't really know. So I am sexual.
I like it. I like it. I like it.
And when he dies, watch out, girls, because
Golden
I'm
girls.
coming for you.
Golden girls.
Not the, well, yes.
Golden girls.
What would golden? I don't know.
I don't know.
No,
Isn't there like
I
a
don't
golden
know.
shower or some BS? I don't want to be peed on.
No, I never thought
I
of
was
that.
thinking of like a golden glow behind her, and she walks up to you, and
Yeah.
I don't know.
Gosh.
Listen, I could take boobs all day, but I don't want a vagina in my
You
face.
don't? I like them. You
Well,
don't?
I've never had one in my face, but I do like one.
You like, see everybody? It's because you, so, and I should stop using his name. I'm going to beep these.
Do it like a
So,
and I husband.
yeah, I'm going to do that. So, internet privacy, folks, remember it. My spouse and I talked about that.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, because he wants to see penises going and getting sucked
Oh,
and doing things, right?
Okay.
No thank you for me, but that's what he wants to see.
Yeah.
But it's not, and he was like, but it's not, he's like, I want to see that. That doesn't mean that I want the penis. It's like, I'm thinking like subconsciously that it's like my penis doing it.
Yeah, of course. That
And
makes
so
sense.
like if a vagina is getting pleasure, like I would like that because I would know how that felt. And
that
it
makes
looks
sense.
nice.
Yeah. I'm not a porn watcher. Like
Mm-hmm.
I would not consider myself one. My
Mm-hmm.
person is not at all.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just, but if there's a moment, I do not want a dick. If there's a moment in real life, don't give me anything but a dick.
Yes. Right. Why is that? It's so weird.
Freaking no. And I think
so
it's for
weird.
comfort. Listen, get that thing in there.
Yeah. I think so. It's like, right. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's
That's
it.
right.
So we have come from the comfort of clothing to pornography. So we pretty much covered everything in one
Pretty
show.
much run the gamut. Maybe
done.
I've revealed too much.
We're done. No way. This is truth and honesty. We're authentic people. This is how people are, please. Everybody out there can be like, oh my
Okay,
God, I can't believe you're
okay.
talking about it. But they totally think the
Okay.
same.
We
Freaking
know,
thing.
okay. we'll know if people think the same or if we get comments from
Tell
like
us.
Barbara 72. I don't watch lesbian things.
Oh, I was hoping Barbara did. I thought you were going to say Barbara was going to tell us, yes, girls, I do.
Oh yeah,
And that
you know,
would be
because
the
she's
greatest
old
thing
enough.
ever.
You're right, because she's old enough to be comfortable with herself.
Comfortable. And there's our show.
Should we end it?
Yeah. Yeah.
How do we end?
That was it. There's our show.
That was it. There's our show.
And there's our show.
Oh, like just abrupt cutoff?
Yeah.
Just like you're talking, Barbara,
and
and
there's
I'm
our
like
show.
talking about Barbara and something. I'm like fully on about Barbara's screen name, and we're going to talk about YouTube. We're going to talk about, and you're like, and there's our show.
And you went.
And I did.
Yeah.
All right, so there's you
I
go.
think it's effing perfect.
All right, you want to practice?
What do we practice?
Barbara, and then this stupid thing, and then this other thing.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my gosh. And there's our show.